So, John, what's this film you've been telling me about? John Bronco? Like, it sounds like a real American, like, true hero guy. Like, and he was the sponsor for the Bronco at one point in time, am I right? This is a documentary me and John are watching. For Worst of the Worst, number 9! Welcome back to Green Light Cinema. I'm Brandon, and this is John. Nothing like that yet.
Worst of the worst.
What did you think about it overall? I thought there would be like a text for this, but there's not. Gifted use. This is an Imagine film? Wait, did Ron Howard do this? This is our first time literally ever watching this. Ignore that commercial on YouTube. Titanium thighs? Yay! John Bronco! I did like the Fargo opening. That was cool. Iceland.
What do you think of when you think of America?
Blue jeans, thick steaks, and John Bronco.
Who is your hero?
Blue jeans, cold beer on Friday night.
Very cool guy. Yeah.
And who is the most famous person who ever lived?
Yes, of course.
Anyone after New York?
I don't know. John Bronco, probably?
I'm so sad that he's gone now.
No. He still lives here. Yeah.
Where was she
Who
pointing?
was John Bronco?
I'm told his name is John Bronco.
How did he have such a major impact on the world?
Oh, John Bronco. Yeah, he was in
How
Carson.
does
I
a man
remember
who
that.
enthralled audiences over American airwaves for over 30 years just disappear?
This was like I think of 2020, if I'm not mistaken.
When I tell people that I'm a John Bronco expert, a lot of times they're like, "Oh, John Bronco, was he the guy in the old Ford commercials, the spokesperson?" And I'm like, well, not just a spokesperson. That'd be like saying, "I can't believe It's Not Butter is just margarine," which I guess it is, but it's the most iconic margarine, and that's the reason why I brought up the margarine.
So, how many commercials have you done over the years?
I'd have to say a couple of dozen at least.
Because that's all you have out there. Just you and your shoes. Oh man, what a move.
But nothing compared to the stuff that John
The
Bronco
Ford
did.
archives are huge. We've got records going back to Model A, Model T, the Mustang, drawings,
But none of that's as important as
F-150,
John
everything that you
Bronco's
could think
files.
of. But most of it is John Bronco stuff. So this is all John Bronco stuff. All John Bronco stuff. Got a bunch of his hats in here, a bunch of boots that he wore down here.
Huh.
Kind of spooky.
It
Here
is.
we go.
Dark.
This is the first known photo of John. 1962. Look at that.
Getting thrown off
That's a real
course.
man right there.
Ford was bringing an as-yet unnamed vehicle to the race in Baja, and they wanted to win.
I figured that Baja would be the perfect place for them to test it out. Now, apparently, Lee Iacocca goes to his people and says, "Just get me the toughest son of a bitch in town." And it turns out the toughest son of a bitch in Baja that day was, in fact,
John Bronco.
yeah, I was going to say John Bronco.
Oh, shit.
Well, we were in Mexico for an event, and
Oh
this guy
my
from the
gosh,
Ford Motor Company
Tim
comes up to
Meadows.
me, and he goes, "You know any race car drivers?" And I figured if anyone could do it, John could do it.
A new racing champion had been crowned, and the world was about to be introduced to John Bronco.
Tell me, how does it feel to win the most important off-road rally race in the world? Are you shitting me, right? You have just won the race! No, like hell I did. Oh, no, you really won. So tell me, how does it feel to go from a nobody to a racing hero?
He looks like Will Ferrell in the face.
Well, I ain't no hero. But I ain't no nobody neither now. I'm just a A country boy in dirty boots who's out there every day busting his ass trying to make a living.
Well, you must be exhausted after that grueling drive.
Well, you ever try to tame a wild buck? I work 5-day shifts, 14 hours a day on a factory floor.
Never done that.
Well, driving through the desert with no food or water don't scare you that much. It ain't shit compared to what the average working man does day in and day out. So if you about to give me a trophy or something, won't you keep it? Take it back to that fancy-ass country club you belong to. Let honest, hard-working Americans like me go eat some fudge.
Fuck yeah!
How about that?
I'm
That
down
all
with
struck
this
a
guy.
chord with the average Johnny. Present company included. Except for the part where he said, eat some fudge. I think that was a heat stroke thing.
Eat some fudge! Eat some
he had a heat
fudge!
stroke that
Eat
day?
some fudge!
The country went nuts for John's speech. I mean, it really hit a nerve.
Yeah, it's one of the greatest underdog stories of all time.
Excuse me, I didn't give you my sunglasses, did I?
I don't think so.
And to top it off, he did the whole race in reverse.
I got to go back and get him!
Actually beat his own time. Somehow he did it even faster.
He beat his own original
People
time
wanted
from
to
the
know
race
who was
to get his
this mystery
sunglasses
man,
back.
and what was this mystery car he was driving.
Ford knew they had a big star in their hands. You know what they did? They told John that they were going to name the car after him. Seemed pretty obvious to me. Bronco is a great name for a truck. And come to think of it, it was the perfect name for a rodeo rider. But that was his given name. John Bronco. It's called an acronym. Like Cecil Fielder,
acronym.
baseball player.
Cecil
or
Fielder, right.
Jude Law, the judge.
You mean the actor Jude Law?
Is there an actor named Jude Law?
Yeah, he's very famous.
Oh. I guess I should have said Orlando Bloom, the florist.
Right.
That's another actor.
Really? What about Brad Pitt, the peach pie maker?
You're joking, right?
Absolutely not. You never saw that commercial?
Oh, hi! I'm Brad Pitt, the peach pie guy. Come on out of the peach pit and get yourself some pie.
It's called the Peach Pit?
Yeah, why?
Yeah,
The
everyone
point
knows that
is,
commercial.
Ford
Who
found
are
his
all these
pitchman,
people?
and it
Orlando
was
Bloom,
John Bronco.
Brad Pitt. Was this
On the
really-
surface, it wasn't
was there
anything
in Kansas
special.
City?
But then all of a sudden, the calls started coming in. Who is this country boy in dirty boots?
The dirty boots! I
Where'd
can't
he
get
come
over
from?
them!
Why is his boot so dirty?
Why?
I don't know.
I've never seen boots so dirty. I love it.
And so the Icoca said,
I want John Bronco in every commercial.
Why do you always have that voice?
In every radio spot I got.
when Lee Iacocca speaks, people listen.
He even wrote a jingle for the car.
Who wrote this, Tiger King?
I mean, everybody's jaw just hit the
See,
floor.
oh my
He
gosh!
could sing.
And the track was so good, they released it as a single.
They were playing it everywhere.
Oh my gosh!
This was the first time a spokesperson became a celebrity. I mean, that just doesn't happen. It'd be like Colonel Sanders going on Jay Leno. You see what I'm saying? Do you f***ing get it?
You're welcome. I don't.
John Bronco.
He did Carson. He did Laughman. He did Dick Cavett. He was everywhere.
I booked
I love
him
how they
3
photoshopped that.
TV guest spots in 1 week.
As
He's the first guy
himself.
to ever do that.
We were living the American dream. We got married, moved into our dream
That picture,
house.
dude, every. Oh
we talked about
gosh.
having kids. He met Bo.
John and Bo met on the set of a movie she was doing. John had a small role as a lifeguard.
I know these pictures
The moment
are
their
so
eyes locked,
legendary.
it was instant
Look
chemistry.
at that face right there.
Did you know?
Too much
Look
back
at
then,
this
so
right there. It's like way bigger than
when
his
I
body.
met a guy who also didn't think too much, sparks flew.
And then he started dating Bo Derek. To me, it just seemed like John Bronco had the world by the plums. And this is
Really?
after I had won 3 championships. I have to say, he's the only guy that I ever asked for an autograph.
John sent me a message from New York.
The country boy in dirty boots had become a city slicker in a shiny jacket. A cereal, coloring book, Bronco Vision, an early video format competitor to VHS Betamax, and a video game, Baja John Bronco.
It was sold very much as a racing game, but it was, in fact, a taco assembly game. The goal and rules were both very confusing.
I only won once. I just made a pretty standard fish taco with mango salsa. The weird thing is, I had made that same taco once before and lost.
I thought it was great.
Messy taco.
I mean, the cash was rolling in, but
hashtag
John
messy taco.
His whole life was on the film set, you
Better
know.
way to spend your day off than having fun in the Ford Bronco. I told you I don't catch frisbees, man.
He just caught it though.
I don't catch frisbees, all right? Take this thing here.
To alleviate some of the pressure of being the lead pitchman, Ford decided to have John co-star in a Ford Ranger commercial with college quarterback sensation Doug Flutie, and the results would haunt him forever.
You know, when it comes to being a champion, size isn't everything. Who knows better than Doug Flutie? The main thing is you gotta be tough, like the small size Ford Ranger. Okay, go along. And the Ranger's cab is high and wide.
Look at that.
Hey, Doug, can you do it again?
You want another miracle?
Yes, I do.
God.
Doug Flutie had one of the best arms in football. That football was basically coming out of a shotgun.
Not only did the impact
That's a different shot from the first
his
one. Did you
face
realize
was
that?
messed up beyond recognition. John was put into a medical coma. That was rough.
He had to have plastic surgery.
Dang.
And by plastic, I mean an
He really looked
experimental
like
surgery
Wilfred right
where
there.
they literally gave him a plastic face. He never aged past that day. Actually, now it's a pretty common surgery.
I had one done.
Paul Rudd, Tom Cruise,
Paul Rudd.
They've all had their faces locked in. And me. I actually just celebrated my 91st birthday last week.
John's accident also delayed production of a new commercial for the recently announced Bronco 2. So against doctor's orders, he checked himself out of the hospital early to resume the campaign.
He was still out of it. I think he had a lot of drugs still left in his system from the hospital.
John pitched Ford a bunch of ideas for the Bronco 2 commercial, even though he clearly had a little brain damage. And they rejected them all, so John rented a warehouse in San Pedro and shot it himself.
He shot at us?
Push rod.
Oh.
Crankshaft.
Where's the car?
Spark plug. Bronco. Seat belts.
Bucket seat.
Bronco test. Do it.
Oh.
Stop that.
Oh.
Bronco 2.
Ford trucks, the best of the West.
Oh, the Bronco 2 commercial? What was that shit?
He didn't even show the f***ing car.
That's what I was saying. I'm
It
like,
was
where's the
brilliant.
car?
A battle between light and dark. Angels and demons.
Brilliant!
Kind of like my Nestle's Crunch commercial.
That's like breaking new ground.
When it crunches, that's when I love Nestle Crunch.
Well, the Bronco 2 didn't take off like the original. It sold well in Iceland, though. Ideal for the rough terrain, and they like things that are a little off, you know?
Yeah.
Anyway, the rest of the world, they didn't really get behind the Bronco 2.
Yeah.
And
She's like got the voice of
a lot of people
Bobcat.
blamed John for that.
John Bronco began to question everything. His sense of self, his place in the world, and his decision to spend $475,000 of his own money on that commercial. He retreated from the public eye
$475,000
until
of his own money?
1995.
When you're in a slump, you gotta go back to the basics. For John, that was Baja.
I had a bad feeling about him going back to Baja. He wasn't in the right frame of mind to race that course.
John, it must be rather emotional to be here. I mean, after all, yesterday's big announcement. Yeah, it is. What announcement are you talking about? From Ford. That they'll be discontinuing the Bronco.
After 30 years and over 1 million Broncos sold, the iconic SUV will drive off into the sunset.
I'm sorry, am I just telling you this for the first time? No. No. I knew that. I knew that, and it's good.
John didn't know.
Did you think for a second that I didn't know?
And that's his manager,
Yeah, I
too.
knew.
He definitely didn't know.
Everything there is to know about Bronco, I know it.
Oh, yeah.
I get it all first, everything first.
At least I'm not the first to tell you about Bo Derek dating Doug Flutie then, right?
Yeah. I knew that too.
Bo had been seeing Doug
He's
Flutie.
doing his job.
John had no idea.
And we'd been dating for a long time by then, and John was such a sweet guy, I just didn't know how to tell him. And, that's why I got Doug to try to kill him with that football. I mean,
It was
what
attempted
was I
murder.
supposed to do? It was Doug Flutie, man. We were in love.
I think people thought that he already knew about the news. But to tell him like that, live on air,
That one guy in the
That's a
back
Chevy.
shot looked like he was embarrassed to even be in the frame of the camera.
that's some GM shit.
Someone should have stopped him from getting into that car and running that race.
Weren't you his manager?
What's your point?
And it's John
The
Bronco
point
from
that I was
mile marker
making.
635, now falling back into 15th position. Bronco's got his work cut out for him if he wants to get back into this thing. Whoop, where'd he go? Let's go to a different angle here. This is odd. We seem to have completely lost view of the truck. I'm sure we'll track him down.
I'm
For
sure
now,
we'll
let's
track
come
him
back to
down.
Jeff.
Let's get something
But they
more
never
interesting.
did track him down.
John Bronco has disappeared. At the Baja 1000, somehow he seemed to vanish into thin air. Now you see it, now you don't.
Sources say he was quite distraught when he took off in the race. Something that has absolutely nothing to do with me or our interview right beforehand.
Where did Bronco go? A nation waits with bated breath for the return of a folk hero.
I got this in the mail the other day. It says, John Bronco is alive in Iceland. They don't mean that literally, of course.
Maybe
Or
in their
did
hearts.
they?
John Bronco is alive in Iceland.
John Bronco died.
Iceland is a place where the Bronco never died. Alive in Iceland.
Revelations.
Here.
She's pointing. What?
Are you serious? Is she pointing at his f***ing house? How the f*** did people not know about this? What the f***? He's been there for years.
Look at the microphones
Oh
right
my
there.
God.
The
Yes.
booms in the shot. What is he living in?
Oh,
What
damn.
house is that?
All right, you got me. Hi. It's me. It's John Bronco.
It is you.
Yeah, it's me.
How big is the house? He looks like he's living in Winnie the Pooh's treehouse.
Y'all come on in.
Like a hobbit hole. And then now it's suddenly big on the inside? That aged today.
It's beginning or ending, I guess.
Well, that's always a good place to start.
So how did you actually disappear?
Well, a magician never reveals his secrets.
You just dig a big hole and drive into it, or?
God, you guys are good. Yeah, that's what I did.
Yeah, that's
You
what I
got
did.
me. I dug a big hole and I drove right into it. Next. What?
Ford's bringing back the Bronco.
Has this car already came out yet? I haven't even
I just
seen
have to
it.
get my glove back.
Is that? Are we sure it's not Jeff Foxworthy?
Bronco gave birth to that Bronco. I thought for sure you would this up. God damn, man. Oh, y'all, this brings back so many memories. Can I touch it? I mean, I love the Ford Bronco.
This is going on and
Man,
on.
it changed my life. And
They're
being
like,
back
we
here
need
is
to
like,
add that runtime, that extra runtime.
like coming home.
That we need
And I
that
love a lot
38
of good people
minutes.
now.
I mean, this could have been
A
done
lot
like
of people.
25 maybe.
But
And me
one
and John
person
know
in
short
particular,
films.
there was one that was always
And
there for me.
Oh my gosh!
You got a Ford! I want to wear your skin! You're always a wild horse, and I'm always going to be a wild horse, but I'll always be John.
Now you're John.
I don't know where John went. Again, Ford called and said that the original Bronco was missing from the museum.
this was a pretty interesting film, and this was your pick actually. So
Okay, let's see.
I
There's Johnny and the Butcher.
think this was
There's
pretty
Nicolas
good.
Cage. There's Sean Penn.
Where did you find this at?
Yeah, he invented that F with the little thing.
There's the FUD there.
Backstage
Looks
pass.
like two kind of weird pieces of shit.
I even remember the first thing he said to me.
This was better than Wonder
when I
Woman.
met him. He said,
Yeah, I gotta contradict my review. I really do. Well, I'm glad we watched this. So yeah, and you guys need to check this out. John Bronco. He's an American hero. You hear this music? That's him singing. But if you guys haven't already, I hope you guys will like and subscribe. Hope you guys enjoyed this episode. Please comment down below and give us an idea for an episode for, you know, another movie. It's not every day we get to see great things like John Bronco. We have to sit through a KFC film. God, wait. JB. Alright guys, bye.